Hello, 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 hello.
Merhaba, merhaba, merhaba.
Nasılsın?
I'm well, iyiyim, sağ ol. Nasılsın?
Ben de iyiyim.
Süper. Harika.
I am fine too. So, my husband, the end of the, 2014 February month. What were you doing?
The end of that month?
End of that month.
End of February, I was sitting in a hammock in Puerto Lopez, Ecuador.
Why did you go there?
To study Spanish and have an adventure in South America.
Okay. Where were you staying that time?
Clara Luna in Puerto Lopez, Ecuador.
Okay. So, did something happen to you in there?
I think something very big happened. Yes.
What's that?
I met you.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right, I remember that too.
Oh, you remember? That's good. Glad she remembers.
How did you meet with me?
We actually arrived at Clara Luna on the same day. You had arrived earlier than I. However, you opened the door for me when I knocked on Clara Luna's door. You greeted me.
And then, what happened over there? In that house in Clara Luna?
Well, that's where they had Spanish lessons. They had volunteers working with disabled people. They had people working with the kids in the community. It was also kind of a hostel of sorts, smallish hostel, but yes.
How did you get close to me?
Slowly, we hung out here and there. We went on a couple on a day trip, hiking and bicycling. I guess it was Valentine's Day. We hung out that night too. There was some events on the beach. We ventured out. That day, we had lunch together the first day. We had lunch together in the, what's it called? Little communities.
The Mercado.
Yeah, the Mercado.
And then, how did you decide to travel with me after Puerto Lopez, Ecuador?
Well, I didn't have any direction when I came to Ecuador. I just planned on studying some Spanish. I bought a one-way ticket, and you said you were going to Peru to meet up with some Turkish acquaintances. There was a community of Turks down in near. Oh, geez.
Near Machu Picchu?
Near Machu Picchu, yes. Wow, I forgot the name Machu Picchu. But yeah, and so you invited me along, and I said, let's go.
Yes.
9 years later, here we are.
Yeah. So now you ask me the same question.
Sure.
Do you remember?
So, yeah, the exact same question. So, where were you? Let's see, where were you in January 1st, 2014?
Colombia, Bogota.
What were you doing there?
I was backpacker traveler. I started my travel end of December in Bogota, Colombia, and that I celebrated the New Year in Bogota. I had a French friend. She was very old backpacker traveler, and she already traveled some South America. And I met with her, and then we traveled together in Colombia. And it was a very great, magnificent experience for me. She came to my life like an angel. Because I was some scared and I was worrying a lot that something could happen to me.
You?
Yeah, of course. And then she was my guide. She was my angel. She because she was experienced, so she took me many local places like back streets, not touristic places. Yeah, that was a very great, magnificent experience, and we had so much fun together with that French lady.
So, how did you get from Bogota, Colombia, to where we met in Puerto Lopez, Ecuador?
Yeah, my dad French friend after Colombia, I don't remember now, but she went somewhere else, and then I went to do Quito, the capital of Ecuador, and from there I went to do a couple more places in Ecuador. Then I decided to go to that Porto Lopez town in Ecuador, that to be volunteer in that their charity that works with the people with disability. So then I ended up there very early morning, but nobody opened the door to me when I knocked though, because everybody was sleeping, and everybody was sick though when I arrived there. Everybody was having a diarrhea issue. Maybe you don't remember, but I remember. And then I kind of slept in front of their door. Then finally, I think around maybe 8-9 a.m. they opened door to me. Then half an hour later, someone was knocking the door. Somehow, like 9-10 people in the house, everybody became busy. Nobody was tending to open the door, and I was the only one that available to open the door. And then I opened the door, and then I saw this magnificent blue eyes. And then I actually, in 1 second, that moment, I fell in love with him. Yeah, with you. Yeah, that's him, you. So then I hung out around you though. I tried to get your attention, but you were too busy to hang out in the outside with other friends, have fun, just chill on the beach. Yeah, then time passed, and 2-3 weeks later I was ready to leave that house. Then that time I was giving everybody a massage session. You were the last one, and you weren't asking it to me. Yeah, I had to ask you that, but I'm going tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow. So if you want my massage, today is your last day. And finally, you said, yeah, why not? Yeah, and then I did that massage to you.
Yes, you sure did.
Then what happened?
And then sparks flew. And I wasn't. Yeah, we made a connection, and then you left the next day, and I still, at that point, you had gone your way, and I didn't have any direction, but we kept in touch. We I don't know if we FaceTimed or how we connected.
Messenger,
Facebook Messenger, yeah. And then you invited me along with you, and I said, let's do it. Sounds like a plan. So I hopped along to, not Quito, Cuenca. We met south of Cuenca, in a small town south of Cuenca. We met up. Vilcabamba was the town, but it was south of Cuenca, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we met up in Vilcabamba, and then we started, a couple days later, we headed south to Peru.
Mm-hmm.
And we started hopping from city to city, or town or village, small community to small community, all the way down. Like I guess we spent about a month going hostel to hostel.
Through Machu Picchu,
All
like
the way
my
down,
my friend's house in Secret Valley close to Machu Picchu.
Close to Machu Picchu, yeah.
The town village called Calca. Calca, Cusco.
Then we spent a couple months there. We took a lot of trips from there. We went to like the hot springs. We went to Machu Picchu, of course. We went to many different day trips and lots of adventures there, and our love blossomed.
But all the way through, even in Machu Picchu, that he was always saying that, yeah, say it. What you were saying.
My money's running low. I have to get back to the United States soon.
So tonight I'm gonna check the flights, and very soon I may leave Chennai. And I was like getting upset, sad, and crying, and couldn't tell him that like kinda don't go, because I wanted him decide and stay with me. Yeah.
That's interesting. To jump ahead a few months or many months, you were on the fence about marrying me like the week before, and I wanted you to make that final decision. So I never put that together before this moment, but yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying.
So you're saying that you wanted me to make that decision to stay with you.
Yeah.
In Peru, when we were in Turkey, I wanted you to make that final decision to stay with me.
Yeah. We did together both times. And in South America, you were saying this, but you weren't living it all though.
I couldn't leave you.
Evet. It was only in his words, not action. Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere. He was just saying it. And then eventually...
I even bought a flight one time, and then I delayed that flight.
And then at the almost end of the Peru time, you remember, in Peru, we were in Paracas. After Cusco, we went to Paracas.
Yeah.
And then in Paracas, you got your flight that time.
That's what I'm saying. I got the flight, and then
No, you actually went to the Lima.
I was gonna fly.
I went back to my friend's house in Cusco, and I knew that he was going to. I totally knew that I was totally thinking that like he went back to USA, and I was in my friend's house and sad and crying, and I was all the time in the bed because I didn't want him go, of course. Yeah, I was loving him so big, so huge, and then a couple days later, he just like showed up in their house. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, I was just like maybe sitting on their porch, you say, like on their front yard. Yeah, then you came back, and I was totally shocked and surprised. Again, he couldn't leave me. He went back to me. He came back to me. Yeah, then yes,
stuck together.
Yes, then finally he proposed to me. Then we decided, I accepted, of course, his proposal, and then we decided to marry in my country. Then he went back to, you went back to
the United States, and then there's a lot more story.
Yeah, and then I went back to my country, Istanbul. Then, well, at the end of the TV shows, what they say, to be continued.
To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And all love, and bye bye. Bye bye.